is my horror night.
Welcome to the Last Video Store. I'm your host, Bud Haddonfield, and today is going to be the fourth and final episode of the May of the Dead for this season. And what better movie to pick than the New Zealand classic from 1992, directed by Peter Jackson, DeadAlive, also known as Brain Dead. DeadAlive was a special request by Kimberly Nicole Reach, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name, and Maria Borcera, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name as well. But these are two awesome people. They've been getting on me to review DeadAlive, and I'm dedicating this episode to both of them. Long before Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson was known as an up-and-coming horror director, directing such movies as Meet the Feebles, Bad Taste, DeadAlive. He did a weird movie, Heavenly Creatures. That one really wasn't a horror movie. And then The Frighteners. And it wasn't until that he had stepped into the role to do the J.R.R. Tolkien, The Lord of the Rings. But DeadAlive is a very special horror movie. It's very gory. It's a comedy horror that takes a lot from Evil Dead 2. And if you haven't seen the movie, I guarantee you need to stop and watch it right now because you're going to absolutely love it.
I've got me vibes!
Over a decade before he remade King Kong, he finds himself at the beginning of the movie on Skull Island with two guys carrying a box. Yes, a box.
Oh, what's in the box?
One. Cut a hole in a box. Put your junk in that box.
So our two gentlemen, like I said, is carrying a box. And inside the box is I can't think of the name of what they call it, but it's like a rat monkey. And they have this tribe that's coming after them. And they don't want the rat monkey to leave their area of Skull Island. But our main guy pulls out a piece of paper. It is a permit, and he is a zoo official, and that rat monkey is coming back with him.
Listen, you know, pick up the cage, you know, get the big dollars.
So after brandishing a machine gun and scaring away all the tribesmen, they get into a Jeep, and the monkey, rat, whatever it is, accidentally bites our zookeeper, and he has the bite. He gets bit on the hand, the arm, and scratched on the forehead, and they have to dispatch our character because they don't want this to spread.
Don't move!
What are these buggers playing at?
It says the rat monkey must be set free. It says we must leave this valley and never return, or the evil spirits will exact their revenge.
Hermit, looky see, hermit, hermit. I'm a New Zealand zoo official, and this monkey is going to Newtown.
The little bugger bit me. Singaya. Singaya! You've got the bite. There's some Dettol in the Jeep. Oh, jeez, no! No! What are you doing?
Singaya!
Oh, shit!
So back in New Zealand, one of our main characters, Paquinta, she's trying to fall in love and she don't know where it's at. And her grandmother's a fortune teller. And she had said that the gentleman that you're going to have tangled romance with is going to come in and you're going to see the mark of the star. And that'll be your true love.
This man will enter your life in the near future. And you will become romantically entangled with him almost immediately.
But who is it?
You will recognize this man by the symbol of the star and of the moon.
So in walks in Lionel, a clean-cut mama's boy. Very nervous. You could tell that he's probably never had a girlfriend before, and it's just because he was raised by an overbearing mother who was overprotective and didn't let Lionel have any fun.
Just dropping off our order. Mum says to pack the biscuits on top because she doesn't want any broken. Actually, I'll take one of these now. Sorry.
There's a beetle.
Hey?
There, under the fridge. Horrid little creature scuttled right in front of me. I thought I told you to spray this house. The place is infested with vermin.
I'll get onto it straight away, Mum.
So as Lionel's cutting the yard, and yes, that lawnmower is going to come back, Paquinta makes the delivery, and you could see a romance starting to bloom.
Get off, you stupid dog.
Here, I'll help you.
No, I manage.
Your brother usually does the deliveries.
Not today.
So Lionel and Paquinta's at the zoo one day, and they're playing around with one little monkey when it gets killed by our little demon, zombie, spawn, whatever the hell you want to call it, our little rat monkey. And they walk off after being disgusted, and as they go to sit on a park bench and kiss a little bit, we see someone's watching it, and it's Lionel's mother. As she gets closer, she trips, falls on the monkey cage, and she gets bitten by a rat monkey.
Lionel? What is wrong?
Sorry. When I was young, I was at the beach and I nearly drowned when I fell off this pier. My dad dived in to save me, but as he was climbing out, this freak wave just washed him out to sea and he drowned.
There, for you! There will be one romance, and it shall last forever.
Oh no.
So Mom is sick and she indeed has the bite and she starts falling apart. Her face starts peeling off, her ear falls off into the custard, and we have a weird little fun dinner scene with some random people, and it's quite entertaining. Peter Jackson did a really good job with this movie. The special effects is second to none. The characters are very interesting, and you're really rooting for our two main characters.
Mother's expecting us.
The Mathesons are here. No, Mum, you're not well.
Get my dress!
Oh. Jeez. Please go back to bed, Mum. I'll put them off. It's only the Mathesons.
It's the WLWL!
Oh, careful, it'll stick on crooked.
No pudding?
Only custard, I'm afraid.
Custard? I haven't had a good custard in years. She never makes the stuff. Damn fine custard. Rich and creamy, just the way I like it. That's what she said.
Lionel!
What's wrong?
Lionel, you must listen to me. Dark forces are messing against you. My grandmama has seen it. The path ahead is one of fear and great danger. Fernando! Your mother ate my dog!
Not all of it.
As time goes on, Lionel's mom's not doing so well. She falls down the stairs, and ironically, a nurse walks in. I'm pretty sure they called her before. It was just good timing. And because she has the bite, now she's dead. She doesn't have a heartbeat or anything like that. So the nurse is like, Lionel, I'm so sorry. Your mother was a great person, and you will definitely miss her. But she's not dead. She comes up and she dispatches the nurse in a very awesome, gory fashion.
I'm sorry, Lionel. There was nothing we could do. She loved you very much.
Mother, you are looking well today.
I woke up this morning, Philip, and I feel 100% better.
How about a nice cup of tea? I'll just put the jug on. Sorry, Mother, that were your favourite teapot. It slipped out me hand.
Never mind,
We have a very oddly placed scene where Lionel needs to get some sedatives, but he ends up getting tranquilizers because the guy's not a doctor. He's like a weird taxidermist, and he's definitely a fucking Nazi. And if I can tell you anything, don't be a fucking Nazi. I don't know how the hell this part made it into this movie, but it did, and it's this guy definitely should have died. So he gets his tranquilizers, and he goes to put the nurse and the mom back into their sleepy state.
What do you want? You're not from the immigration? I told you people I lost my bloody papers, okay? My family left Latvia during the occupation. We were hunted like dogs.
I just want to buy some sedatives.
What do you think I am? A goddamn doctor? I don't sell sedatives. Tranquilizers, I do have. Do you want a sponge? I'm going to snap.
So we are back with Paquita's grandmother, and she meets Lionel, and she tells him that death is surrounding him. Yep, poor bloke has a lot coming his way. So right as Paquita asks Lionel, hey, how's your mother doing? Oh, she's in the hospital, she's doing better. She actually wanders to the store and finds him, but gets hit by a bus and knocked out. And that's when you find out that everyone knows that she's dead.
Dark forces.
Death surrounds him. There will be torment and suffering. You are marked.
Lionel. Lionel, if something is wrong, I can't...
Nothing's wrong, okay?
It contains the power of the white light. It will protect you. Keep it with you always.
How is your mother?
Oh, fine. Yeah, they want to keep her in hospital for a few more days.
She ran right in front of me.
At the funeral, we get introduced to the cool preacher, pastor, whatever you want to call him. He's a very interesting character, and he's going to play some parts in the near future. And we also meet Vera, which is Lionel Mother's brother, who's kind of a fat guy with a toupee, and he's just kind of a shitty character.
I told you to stay in there. Oh, the embalming machine should be turned off half an hour ago. Trade, you blow out! You're a half-wit. This is coming off your wages.
I'll feed the mob.
No, leave it. We've got to get the body to the service.
So that night, Lionel goes back to the cemetery because he just cannot let go of Mother. And as he goes to dig her up, some Australian, New Zealand greasers come and stop him, and one of the guys ends up pissing on the grave, which Vera reaches up, grabs him, and turns him and a couple of his buddies into the undead. And when I said earlier, the preacher, priest, whatever the hell, he's a very interesting character. He comes back and he is awesome with his karate martial arts, and he fights off the dead until unfortunately he is bitten.
Hey guys, look what I found. What are you doing with this then? Digging up a few stiffs. Hey. Shut up! You know what you are? A bloody sicko. Ah! Yeah, mental. Get his wallet.
That's my mother you're pissing on.
What in God's name is going on here?
Devil is amongst us. Stay back, boy. This calls for divine intervention.
I kick ass for the Lord.
now that Lionel has a lot more zombies in his house, he goes to feed him some eggs with the sedatives, tranquilizers, and the preacher and the nurse starts kissing, making out. She bites a piece of his face off. And once they get put back into the basement, something is rumbling in her stomach, and she definitely has a bun in the oven, an undead bun in the oven. So I don't know if she was pregnant before, or if this is a quick zombie baby, which she had to be pregnant before. I don't understand how that would work, but it's fun and cheesy, and it's perfectly placed. Yeah.
Yeah, Mum. Void, use the spoon. Hey, cut that out.
Russian is right. That's back. 13, Selma. Bag number 13 is going to Devil's number. I'll offer you 36 pounds. Will you take the money or the bag, Peter? Make yourself big.
So Lionel's uncle comes back nosing around, and he makes it to the basement and sees all the dead bodies. They're not moving because they're in their sleepy state since Lionel tranquilized them. And he lets Lionel know, hey, if you don't give me all of your mother's estate or my fair share of the estate, I'm going to phone the police and put you in prison for several murders.
Hello, Lionel. That's quite a collection of stiffs you got down there. And I thought you were such a quiet chappie.
Uncle Les, they're not what you think.
Back off, mate. You lay a hand on me, I'll have you for breakfast. I'm sorry, Lionel. If I don't report this, I'll be an accessory after the fact. I hope they can keep it out of the papers for your mother's sake. She always hated a scandal. This is hard for me, Lionel. Informing on me sister's boy and all. Of course, if I was to keep my mouth shut, I'd be taking a hell of a risk. You put me through to the police, please. Of course, if I was to get my fair share of Vera's estate, I might be more inclined to protect a member of the family.
You want the money?
Detective Sergeant Barlow, I'd like to report a multiple murder. Yes, I'll wait.
The money and the house.
Blood is thicker than water, Lionel.
So Lionel agrees to give his uncle pretty much everything, and he's just gonna go off living just on love with Paquita. So the uncle throws a party, and while downstairs in the basement, Paquita wonders and she finds all the zombies walking about.
Hello? Hello?
Nikita!
Death surrounds him.
They're not dead exactly, they're just sort of rotting.
Nurse McTavish? Father Magruder? Your mother!
I don't know what to do, you know. I don't know how to stop it.
You must destroy them.
I can't. Not Mum.
That thing is not your mother.
Paquita wanders downstairs in the basement and she sees all the zombies, and she talks Lionel into putting them all out of their misery, especially Mother. They had used some poison that was on a shelf. I don't know if it was something that they got from the Nazi asshole, if it was something that was sitting on the shelf already, but they inject all these zombies and bury them, thinking everything's gonna be all right.
I'll do it.
So now our re-dead DeadAlive is freshly buried. They go to leave the house, and that's when the uncle stops and said, hey, you're not going anywhere until all the paperwork's put in my name, and so you can't weasel out of our agreement. So the uncle throws Lionel down the stairs, and that's when he sees the bottle of poison, and when he turns it over, it's like an animal act, whatever the hell it is. And all the zombies come back, and they're extremely pissed off and more animalistic, and now they're out for blood.
What's this? Two lovebirds flying the coop, is it? Out of the way, Uncle. You're not going anywhere, mate, until the house papers come through.
Come on, Lionel.
Oh!
Time you and I got better acquainted.
They make their way out of the basement and they start running amok with all these party guests. When I tell you it's gory, but it's not the scary kind of gory because it's the cheesiness, but it's great effects and it's a lot like Evil Dead 2, like I said earlier.
Run, Paquita!
So one of the scenes I didn't talk about earlier was that Lionel was drowning and his dad went to save him, and he did save him, but he drowned himself. So he pretty much grew up without a dad, and I don't know if the mom ever just like blamed him for it or whatever. But when Lionel's up in the attic, the little medallion that Paquita's grandma gave him points at a chest. And when he opens it up, he finds some pictures of this blonde lady and his dad with this blonde lady, and then the body of this blonde lady. And he remembers that the dad was having an affair with this lady. The mom found out about it and she drowned them both.
on, you little shit!
You'll be okay.
Let me in! For Christ's sake, let me in! Let me in! Help, please! Help!
Paquito, we must!
Come on, help! Quickly! There's thousands of them! What the hell is this?
Leave her alone!
She's been bitten! You know what that means? She's gonna turn into one of them!
I won't! Help me!
What's wrong? She's history! I've read the comics! Total bodily dismemberment! There's no room for hysterical women in my unit!
These zombies are just completely fucking everything up, from the greaser to the priest to the nurse, the baby. And Vera makes her way up and she is much larger. So she takes her weasel brother, pretty much, I'm not gonna say split him in half. He removes her neck, but he comes out later on as a zombie. And she is 3 times the size, if not bigger than that, completely naked, and it's cheesy fun.
Holy Christ! Vera!
So Paquita is trapped in the, I guess, the main living room or whatever you want to call it, the foyer or whatever. And all these zombies are coming at her, and shit does not look good until Lionel busts in like a New Zealand Ash Williams with the lawnmower from earlier, and he fucks all their shit up.
Party's over.
now that all these zombies are dispatched, he thinks everything is good. But Paquita needs to get out because he has not seen his mother lately. And that's when she arises from the basement. Big as hell, big old ass, the only titties we get in this movie, I'm not gonna say breasts that we get in this movie, and they're not ones you want to look at. So they take off running, they end up getting to the roof, and this is where our last climactic part, where Lionel tells his mom that I'm not scared of you, you need to get away from Paquita, and I know what you did to my dad. So the mom is back in her normal state where she can talk to him and remember stuff. So they have a little argument between the two of them, with the mom placing him back in her stomach, which is a pretty weird scene. It's kind of gross. And when Paquita thinks that everything is done, Lionel busts out of the stomach, rebirth with the medallion, and mom is dead. So everything is well. They jump down from the house. Firemen's finally coming because a fire had took place earlier when we had the little zombie with the light bulb in the head and all kind of other stuff. So all is good. They kiss and walk off, and that is the end.
You just get out of here.
What?
Haven't seen Mum yet.
Come to Mommy, Lionel.
Come on! You don't scare me, Mum! All my life, you told me nothing but lies! That stuff about Dad? None of that was true! You drowned them both, Mum. Dad and that blonde woman, you caught them together and you killed them, didn't you?
How dare you speak to me like that?
Didn't you? Touch her.
No one will ever love you like your mother. Such a good boy.
No.
DeadAlive is one of those great movies that just cannot be made on this date. Peter Jackson was an amazing director. He knew what he was doing. He pressed the issues, and you know what I'm talking about if you've seen this movie. It's just, they don't make movies this good anymore. So out of 5 stars, I definitely give it 5 stars, and I say check it out. Both the DVD and Blu-ray is sadly out of print, but you can find the movie streaming for $10 on Amazon Prime, and it's for free on YouTube with its 97 director's cut minutes. So check it out. It's out there. If you haven't seen it, watch it. You will absolutely love this movie. Try not to get offended. Power through it, because it's all in tongue-in-cheek. It's not trying to offend things. It's just sometimes things are just funny and you got to press the issues and just lose yourself in the movie. Peter Jackson did a great job, and I absolutely love this movie. This was one that was all over the video stores back in the day. Everywhere you went, you've seen it. It has a very iconic cover. That is the cover that has went through the VHS, the DVD, and the Blu-ray. So please check out DeadAlive. Thank you for tuning in to the last video store. Again, I'm your host, Bud Haddonfield, and this was the final episode of May of the Dead for this year. Now that summer is going to be here before you know it, we're going to be going to slasher movies and giant water creatures, or forest creatures, whatever the hell you want to call it. So we're going to have some fun with it at our summer camp, and it's going to be amazing. So tune in, please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy.